Alright, moving inside now, you have your door. This is on a shock. So once it's all the way open, that shock will hold it. And when it's windy out, it won't sway open and closed. You have your screen door right here, so if you want some breeze to come in without any bugs, that's pretty nice right there. And moving inside, you have your fire extinguisher. Then under your dinette seating, you have a little storage right here. And to the left of the door, you have your monitor panel and your controls. So your monitor panel right here, you push each button. You can tell how charged your battery is. Make sure your power cord is unplugged when you're doing this to get an accurate reading. Because if you're plugged in, it'll say it's fully charged, when in reality it could be half charged. Then you have your freshwater tank, and that's full right now. Your black tank is empty, and your gray tank is empty. Then you have a couple switches. So you have your water pump switch when you're using your freshwater tank. When you're going camping, just flip that on. You can leave that on the entire time you're camping if you're using your tank. And then every time you open a faucet, it'll kick on, and then once you turn it off, it'll get to the desired pressure and then turn off. And then when you're done camping, just flip it off. Then you have your water heater switch, so just turn that on. That light will come on. Once that light goes out, that means it's lit. And when you're done using it, when you're done camping, just turn that off. A couple light switches, so you have one out here, and this light switch is for the interior lights. You have your radio right here. It's also Bluetooth, and you can get an HDMI cord and hook it to a DVD player. It'll run through this system and come over here and come out of these wires. You have a TV backer here, so you can mount a TV there, and you have your cable hookup for your TV. If you're using the satellite on the roof, and that only gets local channels like PBS and stuff, push that button in, that green light will come on, and that is a signal booster for the antenna. And then if you're just using cable, make sure that's pushed out, and then an outlet next to it to plug it in. Your dinette seating here, that table will come out, and those poles come out of the sockets on the floor. And then you can rest the table on these supports on each end of the seating, put the cushions over it, and then you got another bed. Some outlets and a USB port under this side. And then under this cushion right here, just pull these out of the way. You have this board here. Lift up on it, and that's the back of your water heater, and those are the valves right now, right there for the water heater. Right now it's in use mode, and then when you go to winterize it, you just turn each valve so it's pointing inwards, and that allows it to go through this pipe and bypass the water heater so you don't get antifreeze inside of it. Alright. Those back on. Okay. Then you have your fridge right here. This side you have a little push button right here. You just push that up and it unlocks the fridge. Decent little fridge. And then this right here, you have a little freezer space. To work this just comes up. You have two buttons. You have your on-off button right here. Push it in, it's on. Then you have your control setting right here. So push it in, it's on auto. That's looking for electricity first. If you lose power overnight, or if you're not plugged in, it'll automatically go to gas. Most people just leave it on auto. So it's a lot easier. You don't have to mess with it. But if you do want to make sure it's only on gas, just push it out. And it'll light right up if your tanks are on. If it doesn't light, the light next to this check will come on. That means it didn't light. Just check your gas bottles. Make sure they're on and make sure they're full. If you haven't used it in a while, it will take a little longer to light because it does draw the least amount of propane out of all the appliances. And then below that you have your converter right here. So you just push the top right here, it'll click and then it opens. And this is where your fuses are and your breakers are. And they're all labeled, so you have your fuses labeled there and your breakers labeled there. Alright, you got some storage. And then you have your air conditioner. It's just like a regular household air conditioner. Bless me. Then you have your stovetop here. So that just folds up. And then you have your controls here. So you turn it to light and you have your sparker. Tanks probably aren't on, but yeah, you just turn it to light. Oh, actually, let's see. Yeah, so you just have the sparker right here, turn it to light, and then you have to push and hold it to light it, and then it'll light right up. Same for this side. To close it, you just lift up on this and it'll fold back down. Stovetop light and your fan. Household microwave and some more storage. Your sink right here with hot and cold water. Some storage underneath the sink. And a nice little drawer right here. Then you have your bathroom behind this door. This is what they call a wet bath. So it has your toilet and shower all in it. It comes with a little curtain so you can keep the door dry. A little skylight in here to let in natural light. And you also have a waterproof light right here. Your toilet right here. And you have a foot lever right here. So you press it a little bit, it'll add water, and then press it all the way and it'll flush it. And then your shower is just hot and cold water with your shower head right there. Then your bed, you have access to the rear compartment right here. And some storage above with some lights above the bed. Outlets here. Right here's your thermostat for the furnace. So you have your on-off switch right here. Click it to the left. It'll come on. And then down here is your temperature control. When you're not using it, or if you're done using it, or if you're storing it for the winter, make sure you click this all the way to the right and you'll hear it click, and that means it's all the way off. When you're storing it for the winter, this only goes down to 50, so make sure you hear that click when you go and turn it off. And that is everything. Just a couple windows in here. This is a decent little camper. So that is everything on the 2021 Sunray Classic 149.